So in the last video, we have established the BGP neighborship from the CSR towards the T0, right? So if I go back to the T0, the edge router, right? So you can just type show logical, get logical router. Then I can see my VRF, right? So this is for the T0 that is created in the uh, edge, right? So I can go inside that VRF, right, and type get interfaces, which will show me the connected interface. So it's 13.1. So if I ping the other end, you can see I am able to ping, and I can also check the BGP neighborship is get BGP neighbor summary. So I can see my neighborship is up, and I can also see the BGP route. So route BGP. So these are the routes that the CSR advertised to me, and also I can check show route so that I can see if I am learning the route from my internal segments that I created, right? Sorry, it need to be get route. So, but you can see that, I'm not learning any route from the T1, right? So I have a distributed T1 router. So I need to start learning the route from T1 to T0, right? Within a tenant to the edge so that it can go outside. For NSX T, we need to basically go to the T1 router and associate it to be part of T0, right? So I need to go inside the T1 and tell T1 router this T1 router will be associated with the T0 router. And I need to mention which T0 router. So what I have to do is I need to go inside the NSX Fab Manager, right? In that, go to the networking tab, and in networking tab you can see tier 1 gateways. So select tier 1 gateways and edit the gateway that you have created, and you can see that link tier 0 gateway, right? So I can select here, and I will see all the you know uh, router that has been created as part of T0. Select that, and I need to also mention in tier 1 which route I need to advertise to tier 0, right? So for me, I would like to advertise all the connected segments because I have two segments now already created, and both the segments gateway is in the T1, right? So I have segment start from 10 range and also in the 11 range, and both the gateways in the T1s, right? So I selected as connected interfaces. Then I will just save it. So now if I go back to my T0 edge router and just type get route, I will be able to see all the T1 segments that has been created, right? So it is learned that just 1 second back. So it's the 10.00/24 and 11.00/24, and it's learned via T1, right? It's learned via the link link address that it automatically created. Now this address has been assigned by the NSX T manager, right? Now we can go to the tier 1, and while the creation of tier 1, you have an option to mention the IP address. So we have mentioned that we have taken the default IP address, so that's why that 100 range has come, right? The tier 0 to tier 1 segment. So they just taken one segment from this range. Now if I go back to my BGP router, the R1 router, so this was earlier I was testing. So if I type show IP BGP summary, I can see that there's no route learned BGP route, right? So show IP route will show me that I haven't learned any route, right? Because I haven't advertised anything from T0 to CSR. For that, I need to go to T0 back and then enable the redistribution, right? I need to specify which route I need to advertise outside. So I come here in the T0 gateway, click edit and go to the route redistribution and set the route distribution, right? And I can add the route redistribution. While adding, I have two options. I can basically mention this is T1 routes that I'm going to advertise, so I just give a name, and I can mention which route or segment needs to be advertised, right? So for me, I have two segments that I created here, and that segment need to talk to the segment in the CSR, right? And the segments that I created are part of tier 1 subnets, and they are connected subnet, right? Because the gateway is in the tier 1 router, so they belong to a connected segment. And I apply that. And if I want to filter some specific route on that segments, let's say I have 10 segments and I want only 9 to get advertised and one I want to filter, I can do it by a route map, but I will just add it and apply, and I will just check. Okay, so I have to save it. I didn't save it. So if I save it, yeah, you can see the changes has been made. So if I type now, yeah, so you can see that the BGP routes are learned, right? So now I will be able to ping 11.0.0.1, right? And also the server. So that is how you basically advertise your internal segments within a tenant towards your external fabric or external routers in an NSX T fabric, right?